Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us. Hey guys, what's going on? It's your boy Andrew G, and welcome to episode 20 of my podcast, The Public Affair. I cannot believe that we're on episode 20. That's so exciting, and I'm so grateful to everybody who has supported this project and everybody who continues to view and share and like and comment and critique. Everything really means a lot to me. So thank you all so much. And of course to my producer, Mike Hamilton with Rogue Media Network. Without him, I don't know what we'd be right now. Right? I definitely want to give a shout out to Juan Arjon with Arjon Painting. He's a local family-owned paint company that specializes in residential homes, both interior and exterior. He offers the best quality guaranteed and a pretty sweet warranty. So if you guys need your home painted, make sure you call the best, Arjon Painting. Thank you, Juan Arjon. I appreciate you, man. To my girl, Nancy Polsini with Parkway National Insurance. She offers insurance for all commercial trucks and tractor trailers, as well as all contractors and now home and auto insurance. So for all your insurance inquiries, make sure you hit up my girl, Nancy Polsini with Parkway National Insurance. I definitely want to give a shout out to my boy Marcos Cordero with Midway Nutrition. He's located on Hewitt Drive and offers meal replacement shakes, all different kinds of flavors that are super duper bomb. My favorite, of course, is the honey nut cherry, and I had a pumpkin spice roll, I believe is what it was called today. Super bomb. Tons of different flavors, so make sure you guys hit them up if you're looking for a little bit of a more healthier lifestyle and you want some protein shakes. And also shout out to Waco Nutrition and Energy, which is their sister company located on Spate. Of course, to my boy Frank Biza with B&J Refinishing. He focuses on resurfacing bathtubs, counters, sinks, tiles, and more to original showroom quality. Offers 5-year warranty on most work, and he offers the best prices in town. Very affordable. Thanks, Frank. You're the best, man. Of course, to my boy Luis Flores with Red Rhino Flooring. He specializes in all type of floor installation, including building custom shower tiles and cabinets, kitchen backsplashes, and more. He also does full home renovations, so make sure you call the number on the screen. Hit up my boy Luis Flores with Red Rhino Flooring. And of course to Tony Garcia with Crossroads Realty. He is a local real estate agent that services Waco and surrounding areas. He'll help you buy a home, sell your home. Just hit him up for all your real estate needs. Tony, thank you for sponsoring The Public Affair. More to come. Now, speaking of real estate, I'm really excited to announce my guest for episode 20. I met this guy last year at an event that we had that we'll talk about later. And I'm really excited when he agreed to come onto the show. So I want everybody to give a warm welcome to my boy, David Santabanez. I said that right?
Yes, that's right. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, I'm so happy that you came on the show. Thank you for agreeing.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
I didn't know, when I think of you, I think of more like, you know, like you're very poised, you know what I mean? And I was like, I don't know, he wants to fuck with The Public Affair, you know? Because I messaged somebody after you and they left me on red. But anyway, you know, I think you know, The Public Affair is not really their forte. But hey, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
No, thank you.
I've had different realtors on here. I've had Roman the realtor. I've had the CCG team, Cameron and Claudia Gomez, and I know you're my third realtor to have on. And I see like all the hard work that you put into the community and stuff with selling a home. You really made a name for yourself. You're involved in a lot of things. So I was like, I'll invite David Santabanez, you know? And plus we got a mutual friend. Shout out to Sid Rodriguez at Elite Barbershop in Hewitt. So yeah.
What's up, Sid?
Yeah. So how do you feel about being on the show?
It's great.
Yeah?
Yeah. Love your content. I've been watching the episodes.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. I try. I mean, not everybody. I just got told right before I started this that somebody actually wants to kick my ass, but
no.
Hasn't been to my house yet, so I don't know. Anyway, so David, of course, being from South Waco, is so South Waco of you. When I asked him what he wants his amenity to be, he's like, oh, I see everybody just kind of gets alcohol, and I'll just take some Bud Light. Or you named several different types of beer. I think you said Bud Light was one of them, right?
Bud Light, Michelob.
Okay, Bud Light, Michelob. You like Dos Equis?
Yeah, I'll drink Dos Equis.
Yeah, I mean, I drink.
Open.
Yes. Well, ever since I started working at Seke Soccer Academy, darling, I've cut back on the drinking because, you know, I'm trying to, you know, I'm down 25 pounds. But anyway.
Yeah, good for you.
But you did also bring a very chilled bottle of Silver Patron.
I did.
Yeah. Now my trainer's probably going to kill me when he sees me taking a shot of this, but can we take a shot just for the show?
Yeah, let's take one.
David asked me to take a shot before the show, but we said, no, we don't drink before the show anymore because on previous episodes, I sweat like a pig. So I don't want here, I want you to do the honors and pour me a shot, but not like a triple shot, okay? Just like a virgin shot. Okay, be good to me. There we go.
What does that look like?
It looks good to me. Why don't you go ahead and pour yourself one too, and why don't we cheers to you coming on to The Public Affair?
Awesome.
Thank you for coming, David.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, of course. Oh God, takes me back to my bar days. It tastes like the bar. You know what I mean? Remember when you go to the bar and you wake up the next day and that's how it tastes?
Yep.
Not like anybody in particular, just the bar. So David, for a lot of people who might not know who you are, which it seems to me like whenever I have a guest here from Waco, a lot of people get really excited because I guess y'all grew up with each other. It's a small town.
Yeah.
But for everybody who might not know who you are, why don't you explain to our viewers who David Santabanez is? Like, tell us about your life growing up and stuff like that.
Yeah, sure. So My parents are originally from Mexico, so I am first generation here. Was born in Tyler, Texas, but we moved to Waco about the age of 4. So for me, it's home. I grew up in South Waco, like you mentioned.
Yeah.
I've made a lot of connections, a lot of friends, and glad to.
How old were you when you moved to South Waco?
About 4 or 5 years old.
Oh, so you were a kid. Okay.
Yeah.
No, I got you. Yeah, I'm familiar with Tyler too. Shout out to everybody at Tyler. Love everybody in Tyler.
Awesome.
Yeah, I know a lot of people over there too. Some of them aren't talking to me right now, but whatever. Which happens a lot when you start a podcast, right? No, well, that's pretty cool. So you said you're first generation. Does that mean that you are the first to grow up in America, or what? Explain to me what that is, because I'm Puerto Rican, so I don't really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So my parents, like I mentioned, they came here from Mexico, and it's me and my younger brother, were born here in America. So.
Oh, okay.
For us, I feel like they definitely have set a stepping stone for us because they, came to live the American dream, and I'm blessed to be here.
That's what's up. Was the transition easy for them? I guess that surely the priority for them moving here was for you guys to have a better life and have more opportunity. Do you think? I mean, obviously that worked out the way they wanted.
It did. I mean, I really think that it helped me learn all the hard work that they put into it. You know? I mean, it's not easy to change lifestyles, from a different country, but
Yeah, I got you. Wait, I'm sorry. We have this disgusting fly in here who's ruining the shots. I promise the studio's clean. It's just got on your face. I don't want anybody to think that we're dirty or anything. I want to talk a little bit about how we actually met each other, because I thought it was very funny. I'm going to just confess a lot to you right now. But and shout out to your wife, Felicia, who I met at the event last year.
Yes.
Yes. It's Felicia. Ooh, how do you say her last name? I know it's Santabanez, but she has a different last name too.
Riojas.
Okay, Riojas. Yeah. She looks like feisty. Like, she looks like she'll fight.
Oh,
is she from South Waco too?
She is.
You South Waco people love to fight. Now, the person who wants to kick my ass is not from South Waco, but I think he thinks he is. And I don't know. Anyway. So me and David Santabanez met. We talked about this on episode 10 of The Public Affair when I had Sid Rodriguez and Marcus Guerrero from Elite Barbershop.
Right.
And last year they had it was last year.
It was last year.
Last year. Okay. Yeah, last year. Yes. And I went out there with Power 108 to Alinea.
Yeah.
Real estate. Okay, yes. You guys had the free haircut event.
Correct.
Now, you were a part of putting that on, right? Like, you offered the building and all that?
So it was an idea from Cedro. Cedro has volunteered to become a barber and do the free haircuts for other events. But we became really good friends since he became a barber. And I mean, I've known him since elementary school days. I've known him for a long time.
Oh, so you guys grew up together.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
And it was a vision that he had, and he asked if I would like to be a partner. And I love being a part of the community and giving back. I mean, I feel like, I'm blessed in the position I'm in. And we've just had an idea. We thought it was a very small idea, and it just kind of outgrew. And blew our expectations. So
it did. There was a lot of people that showed up, and I'm so happy that you guys are really into that, because people like me are just not into that. Like, I think charity is very beautiful. I do. I just will let you guys handle that. I'm focused on putting out good content and being appropriate and funny. You guys can give out free shit if you want to. Well, I give away. Excuse me. I do giveaways too. I had the free. I gave away like $200. Well, that was for Power 108. I was getting paid for that. And so, but no, like on the podcast, I've given away like $100. Open that beer. Okay.
Awesome.
I've given $100 away 2 times, and I gave away a free haircut to Elite Barbershop.
You did.
So and more to come. But anyway, okay. So we met each other at that free haircut event. I was out there with Power 108 to help do promotion and stuff like that. Is what we call a remote that I was getting paid for. And so we met you. I met you there. That was the first time, I believe. And there was a woman there who we talked about, the woman with the free. We're not going to name her name because, but she was over there like being really erratic, and she was really harassing me as well. Like, hey, pulling my jacket, like, hey, let my daughter pick a raffle ticket, this and that. And I told Sid, I don't know if you knew this or not, but I told Sid on episode 10 when she was harassing the shit out of me, and you guys were kicking her out. Yeah. Not because she harassed me, because of other. I don't remember why you guys kicked her out, but I can guess why. 100 things. But this is the fly. She came up to me and she goes, hey, that woman's being real ugly to me. And I guess it was your boss, the blonde lady. Yes. Mm-hmm. And I was like, I don't know I don't work for them, but go talk to that guy. And I pointed at you. Yeah. Okay, so I don't know if she said anything or tried to do anything to you, like whatever, but I'm sorry I did that to you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. She was just a little bit causing a scene. And I mean, for us, we were trying to have fun, give back to the community. Right. It was an uplifting event, but
yes, and it was a family event, and there was Little Angels Waco came with the bounce houses and the water slides, and you guys had food that you guys provided, correct? Or
pizza, barbecue.
Oh my God, churro
truck.
Yes, remember the churro truck? I didn't get my ice cream, but because I had to go. But yeah, there was so much food, and she was just there getting all the free shit, and I just remember you guys having to kick her out, and I mean, she was really like being really erratic by her kids. I was like, this is not like the kind of event.
It was not the place for that.
No, it's not. Now I'm all for, smacking your kids in the face and shit if they're acting up, but probably not at Alinea, the realty group or whatever, you know what I mean? So that's how I first met David Santabanez, and ever since then we've, kept, I think in contact on social media and stuff. Yeah, we have. I mean, we haven't messaged each other. Like, we haven't been to Georgia's, which we should do. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, especially, anyway. So,
but you made it fun, though. Thank you for being there.
But I tried. You know what I mean? She was really being erratic. It was a good event, but it was very clustered. You know what I mean? Because the room was small, and of course, a lot of people want to come give their kids haircuts. They're not free, and so I did the best I could, and I was sweating like a dog, and they wanted me to be on the microphone, and then I had homegirl over here trying to sexually harass me. I was like, "Can you please go do something with yourself that doesn't involve touching me?" And so, you know what I mean? So that was a fun event to be a part of. It was. I'm sorry that you guys didn't get to do it this year.
I know we started back in January. I think we already had a bigger hall because we've had that issue last year.
Yes.
I mean, it's not. Again, the idea was smaller than what we expected, and so we were going to be prepared this year, but unfortunately, COVID came around and kind of put everything on hold.
COVID ruined everything, but COVID did not ruin my birthday, which was in July. Okay, I still had that party bus, and we took our asses to that Brazilian restaurant. It was delicious junk. So I was a hot mess express. Are you involved? I meant to ask this. Are you involved with the Chamber of Commerce?
I am.
Is it the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, the Hewitt Chamber? What am I missing here?
Hewitt Chamber, Waco Chamber.
All the chambers.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is your involvement in that? How'd you get involved in that?
Well, for me, it's more of networking and trying to, again, I'm always about giving back to the community. Okay. So just trying to be plugged in with the city. So.
Nobody's asked me to be a part of the chamber, and I've done a lot for our community too, like give them a really lit podcast. You know what I mean? Now, maybe that's not the direction they'd like to go in, but I'm doing the best I can here. Okay.
Yeah. We'll get you the invite.
Yeah. I want to get invited to the luncheons and stuff. You know what I mean? Yeah. No, I know one of the guys from the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, Alfred Solano. Yeah, I met him. He's really nice.
He's an awesome guy. Yeah.
And his wife is super hot. Shout out to her. Like, you probably can't say that, but I can. And but she is. She's like really smoking hot. Like, she's got a great body. And I think I told them about that one time. I was like, yeah, your wife's smoking hot. So yeah, we're friends on Facebook. But anyway, okay. So that's really cool to know, man. Are you proud to be a part of something like that? Like, do you think being a part of things like that really, I guess, helps you make you feel validated in achieving goals, especially as like a first generation, Mexican American, I guess? Well,
for me, it's like Alfred actually said he had a really good speech the other day at a ribbon cutting, and he said that for him it's more of being minorities. He feels like there's not enough leadership in the community. Okay. So I feel like if I can be plugged in and involved with the community and maybe be networking with other leaders in town, that maybe I can rub off on some of their.
Yeah, I got you. Man, I can't be rubbing off on people on the Chamber of. So I definitely want to talk to you. You are a local realtor here in town. And, I understand that everybody has an image to uphold and stuff like that. But you're on the public affair. And everybody knows that we're on the public affair. This is not professional. And it is right now, as of the recording of this podcast, it is 6:25 p.m. Central Standard Time. And so, I want to, why don't you talk to me a little bit about how you got started in that? Like, what was your inspiration behind that?
So, funny story, I was not, my intentions were not to become a realtor.
Oh.
I have someone really important in my life that started investing into real estate.
Okay.
And it just inspired me to think about my future, invest into my future. Yeah. And so they started buying properties, cheap properties that needed work, and they fixed them up and got them rented out. And so it just taught me a valuable lesson that we, can't just live day by day, check by check. We have to, build for that future. And so that's what got me interested into real estate, to become an investor. And I just got the opportunity to become an agent. And
It just took off from there.
Took off from there. Yeah.
Yo, everybody who follows you on social media knows that you're winning because you sell a lot of great houses and stuff. And I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I'm blessed for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just it's an opportunity that was given to me, and I just tried it out for the first year or two part time.
Okay.
I actually to rewind back, I actually was in automotive before I got into real estate.
Really? When you say automotive, you mean like selling cars or?
As a mechanic.
Oh, okay.
I was working on cars, yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. Like, yeah, I know a lot of people too that are like that, where they like before realtoring, roaming the realtor, tell me the appropriate term. Funny story about him, the Soko guys want us to hook up, and that's not gonna happen. But we talked, and so no, like so many people were doing different things. Like he said, he was going to college to be a nurse and shit like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think that's pretty interesting, and that you just woke up, and obviously it worked out for you, right? I mean, you would say that it's pretty successful.
Oh, it turned my life around.
Really?
I mean, yeah. I was so originally I went to University High School.
Okay.
I'm a
shout out your high school. Everybody, all the guests coincidentally that I've had, I've been to University High School.
Yeah.
And everybody asked me why you got so many hot Mexican people on your show. Like, mind your business. Keep it between us. You know what I mean? Yeah, go ahead.
But I was given the opportunity to sign up for the dual credit program through Waco ISD.
Oh, okay.
And being young,
I tried to talk that off camera. Okay, go ahead.
But I didn't know what to do with life, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna buy my first car. I don't know nothing about vehicles, and so I got into the automotive program. And finished high school with credits for 5 courses.
Oh.
And so I decided to finish the program after high school.
Yeah.
And I did that for 6 years,
okay.
automotive. But yeah, I've met a lot of older guys that were tired of the business.
Right.
And they told me, hey, you're young, run away from this while you can.
I got you.
and thankfully they were put in my life to encourage me. And so, I decided to think about that backup plan, what can be another better career. And I don't know, real estate just happened to be a choice, and it's the best decision I made.
Well, it works out for you. And you know what? Even getting into automotive, I think that's such a good trade.
It is.
Because cars be breaking down all the fucking time. I wish my dad would have taught me how to change oil. Like, you know what I mean?
Right,
like,
right.
I don't know how to do that. I got to pay somebody $70 every 6 months. So, yeah. But did you like hold on to a lot of those not tasks, like a lot of that skills?
Yeah. So I still have my tools. I still have the skills to do it. And I figured when I got into real estate, that would be my backup plan if it didn't work out. But thank God, I tell people I retired from automotive. Right. I no longer turn wrenches.
but like if your car breaks down, isn't it great? Because you're like, shit, baby, I got this. You know what I mean? Yeah, I always wanted to, kind of do something like that. That just didn't work out. Andrew G's not like, I don't like to get my hands. I will get my hands dirty. I'm just not into that. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I think it's great. A lot of us. Like I honestly thought like Power, for me personally, I thought Power 108 was like my end game, not in a bad way. Like I thought, I'm on the radio now. This is great. And this is going to take off. Well, in 5 years, it didn't. Right. And so when I started the public affair and I started noticing the people that are into it and people like messaging me and like people I don't fucking know, which is great, by the way. They're just like, this is great. Like you're doing something that's different. We love this. Like this, I'm like, all right, let's stick with this then. So now I'm thinking podcasting is my, cool. And I got sponsors and shit now. So it's kind of, like everybody's like, I guess roads are different, like as far as what they're supposed to be doing. Do you think that being a realtor is what you were supposed to do, or is there something else that you would rather do? Or
no, honestly, I feel like this is my career. This is my life career. So I just.
And how long have you been doing it? I'm sorry.
7 years now.
7 years. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. 2 years part-time, 5 years full-time.
Damn.
Yeah. It was a scary moment, to take that leap of faith, but I'm again, just glad that I decided to give it a try.
Isn't it always though? Like that's not a pleasant feeling, I'm sure.
I know.
Like, but it ended up working really good. Now you've been with, I fucked this up all the time. It's Alinea.
That's right.
I was saying Alinea, I was saying Alicea, I was saying Ali, like I don't know. So you've been with Alinea Realty Group since the 7 years? Like all
correct.
Okay, so how do you feel about, like, we talked about this to a few of the other realtors and I, it seems like it's a competitive business.
It definitely is.
So how does David Santabanez stay above the fray as far as like competition and stuff? Share what you want, please.
So yeah, there's definitely a lot of competition. I think there's over 800 agents registered here in McLennan County.
Okay.
So there's
sorry that Patron shot burned. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Yeah, there's 800.
Yeah, I mean it's definitely tough. I mean there's a lot of great agents in town, and so I think it helps me being local and just being positive and just working. I mean, that's what it takes, just to grind every day.
Okay. So you don't have necessarily any issues with anybody. It's just
not at all.
Yeah. Because I mean, I've had not the realtors that have been on this show per se, but I know a lot of people that do that, like sell homes and stuff, because the market is so competitive. Like, oh, I got beef with this realtor and I got beef with this realtor. So I just thought, well, David doesn't seem like he's got those issues, because David doesn't seem like he got problems with anybody. You know what I mean? You seem like you're pretty like cool, calm, and collected guy, and you're just trying to be over here doing you and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean, eventually we'll have to work with one another. So why create bad blood with somebody when you might have to work with them again? So
I got you. Why don't you walk me through the process real quick of what it, because I kick myself in the ass for not ever asking the other realtors this, but what is the process like of buying a home? Like, because you guys be selling some gorgeous ass houses. Like, how do you sell a house like that but you don't live in one? You know what I mean? Like, what is the process of buying that home and then selling it and profiting off of it? Sorry, it's the Patron. Go ahead.
So I guess it just depends on improvements and the presentation.
Okay.
I mean, you definitely want to. What I tell people is your first impression can be your last impression.
Right.
So if you have a dirty house, a stinky house, then guess what? They're going to come in and out, and they're going to forget about the home.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
Do you have to do a lot of that renovating yourself?
No.
Okay.
We can definitely make some advice, give some recommendations.
Right.
But we don't personally do any type of renovations for the.
Like, you don't go in there and clean nobody's house and all that. Like.
If
you're selling.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, again, it just depends on every transaction is different.
Yeah.
So, I mean, some sellers, again, we'll give the recommendation, and if they need the help, then I can definitely find them for them. But I mean, every now and then I get my hands dirty. It just depends on the case, the situation.
Just tell everybody to listen to the Public Affair, because I have all these contractors that sponsor. So they need a paint job, they need walls done, they need resurfacing. This is the Public Affair, and all the sponsors are on there. They can do it for you. I got a guy who welds. You know what I mean? Like, what's up?
Yeah. Fence.
Hey, what's your opinion about like the Magnolia thing? So like I talked to Roman about this on episode 2, and we're on 20, and so I talked to him about this a little bit, and it seems like they get a lot of backlash for
unfortunately.
Well, you know what, like for me personally, because like I talk to people about this, like, oh, I just can't stand those Chip and Joanna because they did whatever to Waco. I'm like, yo, they're just like winning. Like, what are you hating on? And you can't lie, them cupcakes are mom as fuck. Like, I will stand in line for a fucking $5 cupcake. That shit is so. Have you had one?
I have not. No.
Oh my god, they're delicious. They have this freaking cupcake that's like a cornbread or whatever. It's fucking great. But no, like, unfortunately, yes, they do get like a lot of backlash in the community, and I don't know those people personally. I've never met them.
Right.
But like for me, I just never understood why people were like, oh, like we can't stand them. Why? You know what I mean? So what's your take on all that?
Well, me personally, like you said, I don't know them personally, but I really think they do a lot of good things for the community. I mean, if it wasn't for them, I don't know if we'll have the attention that we have and all the attractions that we got coming in. I mean, we got a lot of development going on.
Jennifer Lopez was here.
Right?
That's my bitch. Why she comes to my house? You know what I mean? Right? She was here. She was at the Magnolias. Yeah, the silos. Yeah. Yeah.
So, no, I don't say anything bad about them.
No.
They've done great things, and they continue to invest. That's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
They're investing to our community, and we're giving tourists something to come and check out here in town.
Well, and not that there's like a lot to check out in Waco, unless you want to come to the Public Affair. But like, but no, like to me, like, okay, so I think a lot of people just expect the most from them, right? Yeah. So like, okay, like when COVID started, and I've told this story before, like everybody's like, yeah, where's Chip and Joanna now? Like, what do you want them to do?
Invent the vaccine?
Let me tell you something real fucking quick. If I was Chip and Joanna Gaines, and y'all were talking all that shit about me, and this virus broke out, I would be in my mansion,
right,
minding my business, not concocting a vaccine. Okay? And I would be like with my pool boy and my margarita, like, I guess that's their problem now. Nah, baby, they hate us. Fuck that. Warm up the jacuzzi. We got to quarantine. You know what I mean?
Right,
like, so
right.
like, I didn't understand what people wanted them to do. And I talked to, again, another person about this, that like you just mentioned, they do a lot for the community, but they're not the type of people that like boast about it. Like, oh, look what we're doing. We're feeding the homeless, or we're, creating a vaccine for this. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just think like, I mean, how do you feel about that? I mean, because you don't necessarily have to see anybody like, oh, this is what I'm doing right now, and everybody praise me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, that's kind of like what you do too.
Yeah.
It's not like you told everybody that you were having a free haircut event, and it's like everybody, like my posts. So this, you know what I mean? So and you just don't seem like that type of guy.
Yeah. No, I mean, like you said, they do a lot of charities. They do give back to the community. I don't know what people expect from them, but
yeah. Well, what does anybody expect from any of us, right? It's like nothing's ever fucking good enough. It's like, Jesus, just leave me alone. You go find some business.
Right.
Yeah. So no, I'm really happy that you're you're enjoying the realty and all that.
Oh yeah.
What's the appropriate term? Is realtoring?
Realtor.
Realtor. Okay.
Realtor.
So you're a realtor.
Yes, sir.
Realtor, not realtor. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the word real.
Yeah. I got you, man. That's what's up. So what would be, you know what? Okay. So for me, I've lived in an apartment, right? Like my whole entire life.
Yeah.
And so I don't want to buy anything that I have to, like, I'm not for cutting grass, right?
Yeah.
And I don't want to fix the AC, and I don't want to, oh, my pipes are backed up. I love calling my apartment complex and be like, your AC stopped working.
Fix it.
And then, cause, like my view is this, like when, unfortunately, I, God forbid, pass, what am I gonna do? You know what I mean? Jaime is my beneficiary. Come take my shit. Don't sell it. Just have it there. Put me in an urn, whatever. So what is your advice against, I guess, renting versus buying? Like what would you tell me if we were in a meeting right now?
Well, obviously the advantages of owning a home is tax benefits, and then the other benefit of just doing what you want with your property.
Yeah.
You can't go and paint your walls at your apartment, I would guess, or
no, I don't want to either. That's what I'm saying. I would call Arjon Painting with Juan Arjon. He's a local painting family company. No, yeah, okay, so that.
But for me, also, is more of again, kind of what I mentioned earlier, just investing in your future. You know, I mean, it's something that you can purchase now, and the great thing about real estate, it appreciates with time. So, you can buy your house just theoretically, just saying, let's say 100,000 today, and I don't know, 2-3 years from now, it could be 120,000. So, I mean, it's something that could be on a long term, an investment that you could always, sell and cash out, or eventually own, compared to an apartment complex. So.
I got you, and I will say I'm gonna be honest here. It's crossed my mind to call you and be like, let's talk about buying a home, because I mean I'm 29, and one of my friends actually just bought a home. It's really cute, but he lives in the north side, and I kind of live in the south side. Well, I want to live in Hewitt, which I don't think I can afford right now. But my parents live in the South Waco area by University. That's the South Waco Robinson area, whatever.
Yeah, okay.
And so I was like, okay, this is like a cute little. I don't want to live by them, but I was like, okay, so what is the process, I guess, of do you look at work history, or is it strictly based off your credit, or like how does that work?
So it's simple as just give me a call. I'll take care of the rest.
You're supposed to be selling me a house on the public fair, David.
No, I mean, it definitely, you have to have a credit score. For most lenders, they're going to require at least a 640.
I got that.
Yeah.
Well, my credit score is an 800.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, excuse me. Okay, like 795, whatever. Give me my little rounded off to the nearest fifth place. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty high.
So credit score is very important, and also proof of income.
Okay.
And then they're also going to calculate what they call your DTI, debt to income ratio. But that's something that a lender can kind of walk you through and explain to you. So
it sounds like I'm in a really good position to buy a house.
Yeah.
But okay, so and then I talked to somebody else too, and she used to give away loans, Ilda Sabito. And shout out to, Ilda, right?
I know Ilda,
Love her, she's gorgeous. And so she was talking to me about the loans process and stuff like that. She goes, you could be paying what you're paying in rent to own a house.
That's correct.
And I was like, there's no fucking way, because my rent's $525.
Oh, okay.
Which I can, obviously, that's just how much the rent is. Like, it's not a ghetto little cheapy apartment. It's in Hewitt. Okay, so I don't want anybody to think I live in the fucking hood or nothing. And there's no roaches. But like, what would you say the minimum for me who has? I have a 10-year steady
employment.
Yeah, employment.
Yeah.
My credit score is obviously phenomenal. Like I said, I wouldn't lie about that on the show. And all the other things. So like, I guess it would just depend on how much the house is, right?
Yeah. It depends on the house, and
we might talk about that.
Yeah,
Andrew G might be buying a house at David Santabanez.
There you go.
Yeah. If everything links up, and so if things break though, like, I mean, how does that work? Like, 'cause again, I can call my apartment and be like, your AC's broken, come fix it.
Right.
So when I'm like, is there like an insurance policy type thing? Or?
So you could actually purchase what's called a home warranty.
Okay.
And a home warranty could cover most of your major components.
Yeah.
And it's very similar to what I described, like your aftermarket warranty that they offer you when you buy a used car.
Yeah.
You just pay a deductible, and if it's covered under the warranty, they'll take care of the material and labor. So.
Oh, okay, I got you. That's what's up. All right. Well, it sounds like it's an easy process. Maybe we'll talk about that one day. I've been thinking about it because I like to have like little backyard barbecues and stuff. Yeah. You know what I mean? I want to have my friends over, make cheeseburgers and hot dogs, and watch the football game, which I won't watch.
Yeah. So one thing I like to mention too is there's also a lot of programs out there available for first-time home buyers.
Okay.
I know a lot of people assume that you have to have a large down payment.
Right.
But there's also, you know, affordable programs that could be very minimum or sometimes not even no down payment required.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's also grant programs that can pay your down payment. So
right, I just get nervous about like somebody robbing me. Like I live in an upstairs apartment, which is like less likely for somebody to break through my window.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And then my neighbor, she's nosy Rosie, so ain't nobody getting in there. But I do like neighbors, and you know, I mean, there's a lot of things. Like I would love like a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, like a small little bitty house that's just mine. It's cute. You know, I have all these great sponsors that can fix everything up. We can talk about negotiations and stuff like that.
Right.
So I mean, I've thought about it, and I'm not gonna lie, it's crossed my mind to call you because I've seen you doing your thing on social media.
Awesome.
I have. You've really been like winning out there when it comes to selling homes, and so is everybody else that I've had.
Yeah.
But I know that probably right now I can't afford. I think Hewitt, Woodway area is like really high in taxes and stuff like that.
It's a little pricey right now.
It's a little pricey, but I was like, okay, South Waco, you know, this is a cute little, you know. I mean, I guess I'll go to that HEB, whatever. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I lived in North Waco for last year, but we talked about that already.
Yeah.
And so, hey, why don't we take another shot? You down?
Yeah, let's take one.
All right, let's do it. Hey, I'm really appreciating the conversation so far, David. What else can you leave us with realtoring? Like, I mean, like how far do you want to go in that and stuff like that?
Well,
like,
the other thing I was going to mention too is you could always start with a starter home. You know,
what's that?
Well, just, you know, starting like you mentioned, maybe purchasing a small home right now, maybe in the South Waco area if we have to, and eventually, you know, 3-4 years.
I don't mean to say it like that, like it's a terrible area. It's beautiful.
No, to be honest, I actually started with my first house in South Waco.
Okay.
And the neat thing about it, you know, I purchased it. It was a fixer-upper.
Okay.
You know, and thanks to my family and friends, we've renovated the house completely.
Oh, cool.
And honestly, it's something that, again, it was an investment for me. And I purchased my second home 2 years ago.
Oh.
But the neat thing about it is my plan is the first house I'm going to keep and rent.
Okay.
I'm going to let that pay the mortgage off itself. And so
you can rent it to me.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, how big is it?
2-bedroom, 1 bath.
Hey, what's up? Yeah. We'll go take a look at it. You can rent it to me. Okay. We'll talk about prices. Because I had you on the YouTube. Anyway. Oh, God, there was another question. Maybe if we take this shot, I'll remember what I was going to ask you again. Go. Yeah. Cheers. Shout out to Isaac Carrillo, my trainer. Dominic Gutierrez. Sorry, guys. Wow, I haven't drank in a while. Sorry. So it's like now it's hitting me. Anyways, so David, what about some other endeavors that you're in? Like, why don't you talk to us a little bit about who you are personally? Like, obviously, you're just not this stiff that just sells homes all day. Like, what do you like to do and like stuff like that? Do you and the wife go out a lot, or like tell us about your hobbies and such?
Yeah, so...
how'd you meet your wife? How about that?
So I've known my wife since middle school. I've known her for a long time.
Jesus Christ, this town is small. Everybody, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, we've been friends for a lot of years, and we got together our senior year in high school. So it's my high school sweetheart.
Oh, okay.
And we've been together now for 14 years.
Oh, wow, really?
I got
kids?
3 beautiful kids.
3 beautiful kids.
2 girls, 1 boy. And I mean, we typically just we got a lot of family and friends in town, so we're always invited to birthday parties and quinceañeras and baby showers and weddings, so and you name it. So we're always busy.
You guys are busybodies.
Yeah, so if we're not working, we're out partying.
Okay, that's like, well, how come I haven't been invited to this party?
You'll get the invite.
They saw me drunk that one time. Okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I've actually been not invited to a lot of parties these days for personal reasons, whatever. But anyway, I'll come to your parties, make them fun. We can talk about the podcast,
right?
You know what? And I just where do you guys live? So you said you used to live in South Waco. Do you not live there anymore?
No. Yeah, we moved. We're still in Waco. We're locally centrally, but. Yeah, just had to buy a bigger house. I mean, 3 kids in a 2-bedroom.
Yeah, you can't do that. Yeah. I'm barely enough for my 1-bedroom here. Okay. How about some hobbies that you're into? So, I mean, like, growing up in South Waco, did you get in a lot of fights?
No.
Everybody talks about the fights that they get into. Universities, like the fighting school.
Yeah. I
love universities.
I've had my fair rounds, as a teenager.
So you have. Okay. I never got into fights. That was never my thing. Like I always ran my mouth. But I always tell everybody, like, I will get my ass whooped. If you want to take it there, you're going to win. I do. I'm being honest. I think it's good to be honest about things like that, right?
Yeah.
Because it's like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I can buck up to you and win and then get my ass dragged. You know what I mean? How embarrassing. I'd rather take the L and say, I told you so. With my bloody lip and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's great that you and your wife have been together for 14 years. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
What am I leaving out here, David? What else can we get to know about you?
For me, again, it's just, I don't know, I guess work and family, really.
Yeah.
I go to church also locally
really?
to Mighty Wind Worship Center. Yeah.
Oh, I've been to that church one time.
Have you? It's a great church. Yeah.
It is. No, I'm sorry. That was an awkward pause. Okay, I'm going to tell you. I went there. I don't go to church a lot. Like, honestly, and I'm the hypocrite that only goes to church right before I fly. But me and God are tight, like, in different ways. You know what I mean? Like, he's cool. He gets me. And so, but no, okay, so we know Ilda, you know Hector?
I do.
Okay, so he was a pastor there, I believe.
He was.
Or a preacher, yeah. Mm-hmm. And he invited me to a service, and I just went because I had nothing else to do. And so it was like, I think it was a Sunday or Wednesday night, one of the two. And it's cool with that church because I don't think they're involved with that church anymore. But when they were, there were different types of people there.
There is.
You know what I mean? Like, they were all dressed up, like whatever, like off of work or just rolled out of bed and came to church. Because, I think a lot of people, when they think, oh, you're going to go to church, you have to dress nice and, whatever. And I just like, not touched me. It hit me differently because I have never been to where I'm praising God so much I started crying.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Awesome.
And so we're singing. No, I just never. And so like they're singing this song about Jesus and how much they love him. And then there's a woman behind me like in tears.
Yeah.
And I'm like, am I missing something here? That's just me. And I talked to him about it. He goes, no, man. You know how he talks? He's like, no, man. It just hits everybody differently. And I was just like, yeah, I need to like be on her level because she is like really a hot ass mess right now. And we're singing about loving Jesus. You know what I mean? So I think that's great that you guys are a part of that church.
Yeah.
So are you guys an every Sunday type thing?
We definitely try. It's not easy.
No,
trying to get 3 kids up in the morning and get them dressed.
And they probably don't want to go, to be honest. You know what I mean? Like I didn't want to go like when I was a kid, so we didn't go,
Yeah.
I went to church for a little bit though. Like I did. Like in high school, I went to this church. It's not open anymore. It's called Mount Zion United Methodist.
Oh, okay.
And it was cool because it was like, it was an African-American church.
Oh, okay.
And they're fun to go to church with. I loved it. You know what I mean? I did. If you've never been to a black church, like primarily black church, you should totally go. And it's so awesome. I was like, this is great. Because they're real into it. You know what I mean? Singing. Then they remix the song and shit like that. Like, you know what I mean? And all you need is the brr, brr, brr. Like, but it was really cool. And shout out to my pastor who I actually still keep in touch with, Denise Blakely. Okay. She was I always forget like the words to you, the pastor, I believe. And so she was a great pastor, and that was a fun church to go to.
Good.
But don't invite me to church. But you watch football?
I do.
Okay, so who's your team?
Dallas Cowboys.
Okay.
They're not doing too well, unfortunately.
Well, I don't watch football at all. But but if you ever invite me to one of your football parties, I'll bring the hot dogs. Let me bring the hot dogs.
Okay.
No, seriously, because I don't buy the cheapy hot dogs.
I've heard.
From who? Oh, from Sid.
Podcast. No, the podcast.
Oh, the podcast. Okay. No, I cannot listen, shout out to my coworker. She put me on to all beef hot dogs. Because, we used to go get the 99-cent ones or whatever. As soon as she said, no, spend the extra money, get the ballpark, 100% all beef. That's all I fuck with now. Don't make me go to your house and we're having pork and chicken hot dogs. And I told Sid for the next event that we had, I will purchase the hot dogs.
Awesome.
I did. I told him and he was like, nah, man, it's too expensive. Let me purchase the hot dogs. My sponsors will help me. If I call them, they're there for me because they're great. They're loyal. You know what I mean?
We got you. Got you down.
So,
Andrew for hot dogs next year.
Cheers to that. I'm sorry that the beer is warm. It's been in my car for an hour. David, what's next for you? What else are we missing here?
Well, I don't know. For me, it's more just growing into my business. So
okay.
I'm probably going to be investing more in myself personally into some more real estate. I want to accumulate some rental properties. So
okay,
that's my next go. And for me, I mean, I'm always trying to grow and giving back to the community. So there'll be a lot more events coming for me. So,
right.
Hopefully COVID can get away from us.
That's what I'm saying. Do you think like that's having a big effect? Like, how did that?
It is.
How did that affect your, I guess, home, like work and stuff like that?
Well, it definitely changed the industry.
Okay.
Lending got really tight because people were losing their jobs, and some people didn't know if they'll have a job the next day. So it definitely got a little tighter on the requirements. But I think we'll be all right. It's a season we got to get through. So.
Yeah, I got you. Well, hopefully it goes away soon too, because I miss like not wearing a mask places.
Right?
And so nobody's giving me shit for us not wearing masks on my podcast, but oh God, David. Well, I mean, man, I really appreciate you coming by. I think we had a really good. How did you feel about coming on The Public Affair?
It was fun.
Were you scared?
I was.
A lot of people get scared because they see I was very nice though, right?
You were.
And the only reason why I haven't made any inappropriate jokes to you is because I just know Alicia will beat me up. Alicia. Felicia. Sorry, it was the Patron Felicia. See, she's gonna fuck me up now. You know what I mean? So Felicia, I knew that was your name, and so I was like, nah, she looks like she's a rough tumbler. So I don't know about all that.
She'll rough you up.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? We have a lot of alcohol here. I never saw you as a drinker. Yeah. What is your favorite drink?
Typically beer.
Okay.
Liquor, I don't do too much. Actually, this was given to me as a birthday present.
I really love how that was just in your car.
Oh, no, I brought it over.
Oh, you brought it? Oh, okay. I was like, he's like, I just got bottled Patron in my car. I was like, I guess. You bring it on. I thought you just keep it in the car and like when you're having a bad day, just
no.
You know what I mean? You ever do that now?
No, I do.
Should we keep that between us?
No. Real estate can be very stressful for sure.
Really?
So, yeah.
What would you say the most stressful part about it is?
Just the process sometimes, or just sometimes people. Unfortunately, it's customer service, so you just never know who you're working with. So
don't you hate that? And everybody tells me how great I would be at like customer service, and I really like. I love meeting people, like especially when like I've had people come up to me like at HEB and stuff and say, "Oh, you're the guy with the public affair," and like that's cool. Like I'll take a picture with you, handshake, thank you for watching. But like just like putting on the smile and shit like that, like to have to get through something that has to do with work, I'm just like, all right, let's do this. And everybody's like, you'd be perfect at that. I was like, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? So it's like, fuck that.
Yeah.
But we're all grateful and stuff like that.
Yeah. No, I enjoy my job. It definitely got its challenges for sure.
Definitely. But, I feel you, man. Okay. Well, David, I really want to thank you so much for coming on to the public affair. I think we had a really good conversation. I'm glad that, you didn't want to talk about any of the fights that you got in middle school or whatever. So, you know what? Let me, before we go real quick, would you say that your life, like, were you a different person maybe growing up than you are now? Like,
definitely.
You know what I mean? Like, so were you a rough tumbler growing up?
So, I mean, growing up in South Waco, I think we were kind of stuck in that environment. Okay. I had a great childhood with my parents for sure, but I didn't explore the world or knew about the opportunities until I became an agent. So I feel like now that's the reason I like to give back, because I want to let kids know and the people know that there's a bigger world out there, and there's definitely more opportunities than just living in a small town like South Waco. So.
No, I got you. And, I would love to be able to reach out to children and stuff, but this show is not for kids. So, which in 2 episodes ago, all these kids were coming up to me telling me much. I was like, you're 12. You know what I mean? You shouldn't do that. But whatever, viewer discretion is advised. David, thank you so much for coming on to the public affair. I really appreciate you. I hope you enjoyed your time.
I did.
You did?
Sure did.
Maybe you can come back next time. Maybe we can talk about buying a home. What's up?
Yeah.
And then I'll have a big pool party and all the listeners are invited. But you have to sell me a backyard big enough, okay?
We'll do it.
Well, David, before we go, I definitely want to give a shout out to a few more of our sponsors of the public affair. I want to give a shout out to my boy Sid Rodriguez with Elite Barbershop. He's located on Hewitt Drive, and he's got really talented barbers there: Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, and Santos Cordova. And actually, Chris Reyes also does nose waxings, and I got one done today, and my nose feels all cute and whatever. So make sure you call them on the number on the screen to book, or download the Cut app, and make sure you book an appointment with Sid Rodriguez, Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, or Santos Cordova. Thank you guys for sponsoring the public affair. Also to my people at Fat Boy Michelada and Botana and Serrano's Carnita. Have you tried them yet?
I have not.
They're in South Waco. You gotta try them. They're freaking amazing, man. Shout out to my boy Junior Banda and Miguel Serrano. They work together to bring you the best micheladas, botana, and carne seca that you'll ever have. They're locally operated. Again, he lives in South Waco. So you can call them for parties, get-togethers, or more. Make sure you get the best and not the rest, darling. I also want to give a shout out to Dominic and Ariana Gutierrez with Soco Soccer Academy. They're located here on Franklin Drive. They offer team, small group, and individual skill training and occasional open play. On the weekends, they also specialize in soccer training with professionals like George DeLeon. They also have fitness training with Dominic and Isaac Carrillo and more. And I just want to say, as of the recording of this podcast, I'm down 25 pounds now, darling. What's that? Make sure you guys call the number on the screen for all the details of Soco Soccer Academy. Thank you guys for sponsoring. And to one of my new sponsors, Miss Angie Reyes with Beauty by Angie Reyes. She's located at Dollhouse Aesthetics and Beauty Lounge on Lake Air. She specializes in lash extensions, henna brows, and facial waxing, as well as all women cuts, color, and highlights, and balayage. Make sure you hit up Angie Reyes, all my ladies, for all that needs. What's up? All right. Thank you again for coming on to the public affair. I really appreciate it. Everybody, thank you all again for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe to my YouTube channel at The Public Affair. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook at The Public Affair. Thank you all again so much for your support, to all my sponsors as well who made this episode possible. And don't forget everybody who's tuned in to keep it between us, darling.